welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading. I hope everybody is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section, let me know if the reading resonates with you. Hope everybody is doing great. Alright, make sure when you like, share, and you subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified every time I come on. Alright. So, the download before I posted the reading is that just because they miss you don't mean, let me turn on my heater, that they can hold on. And it's giving somebody that is holding back. Is that hold back energy. Somebody that's not ready to face themselves or face you for that matter. But they miss you. So just because they come in saying I miss you don't mean they're ready to hold you. You might have to put this person on the curb because they keep trying to be in a recycling bin and not make it to where they need to go. If you feel me. So let's see. Somebody past person struggling with a decision. They at the crossroads type thing. Oh, I was supposed to go say James. Did that. Didn't do that. Okay. Alright, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What do we need to do? Alright, Spirit, give me a message for collective energy. What they need to know about this past person. Okay, something significant about summertime, and depending on what area you are in the world, where I am, summertime is approaching. We are in our last month of spring. Actually, less than a month away, summertime will begin. So there may be something significant that happens with you and your person by summertime. Tell me more, Spirit. Something involving family or feels like family. Tell me more, Spirit. Ascending. Oh, beautiful energy. So thus far, let's see. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, somebody feels abandoned. I am not surprised, but we'll see. Thanks for coming to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so you are notified every time I come on. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your likes. All right, Spirit, give me more. Conclusion. Okay, there's an ending in a situation. All right, so, purging. Peace. Peace, sis. Thanks for coming to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Ring that bell. That way you're notified every time I come on. Subscribing, liking, all of that are energetic donations to the channel. Cost you nothing but a click or a tap, and it is much appreciated. So, all right. So here, we got a situation where there's somebody missing you, but they're not necessarily ready to hold you, meaning keep you, or you're trying to determine that, okay? And that's called using your discernment, because I introduced y'all to the recycle bin recently, and that's where some people like to stay. They want to get in a recycle bin, they want to pop out and make you feel like they're usable, and then they go right back in the recycle bin, right? But see, I don't know about you, but where I am, the recycle bin has to go to the curb at some point in time. Okay? It got to go to the curb. That means we got to get rid of it. It's done. Somebody want to play in the recycle bin. They kind of like, I'm not really sure if I'm going to be useful or if I'm going to be trash. They don't know. However, somebody's crying over you or may have made you cry. Excuse me, I had to take a swig. However, let me pin that comment. there's a conclusion. There is an ending. Okay? But not without a period of abandonment. So I was listening to my little trusty new friend I watch now because I've seen him on my hello John Ham. Um I watch him I don't know the name of the channel. Damn. I can't think of the name of the channel, but they talk about the avoidance, and I happened to see a really good video yesterday, and one seemed I almost thought it was the same thing. It wasn't today. And he talks about when you move on from somebody who's avoidant, to them it feels like abandonment because they're unsure if you really love them or not, or that you will tolerate them or not, because they operate off of fear. Okay? What they see as love is something that makes them afraid of their emotions, afraid to be vulnerable, afraid to be honest with themselves, right? So again, when you pull away, or when you detach, when you no longer try, when you decide that you're not giving any more effort because there's no reason to give the effort based on them in that coming in and out of that recycle bin, they see that as a sign of abandonment. I knew this person wasn't going to love me. I knew this person, da 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 da. The problem is, the very thing they've been afraid of is that love and that connection, you know, and sticking with you is the same thing that's going to end up happening, which is an abandonment. It's not an abandonment of intentionality. Like, you're not intentionally abandoning a person. You're letting go of something that's not been able to be stable. Hence, a conclusion. You may have thought, you may have had good times with this person. Summer is significant, so you either going into the summer, there may be one last recycle bin, or that was when you met this person. That's significant. Family, they may have felt like family. They could be your family. You take it how it resonates. There is a close, tight-knit thing you may have wanted with them that would have felt like family. I feel like it didn't get off the ground. Ascending, that's in a hidden energy. It's like you're overcoming the connection, or what you thought was going to be a connection that wasn't locked down. And then the challenge and the lesson was to let it go. Now, if you notice on this particular card of abandonment, there's a rose there. It's not that you don't love this person, that you detached. It's you left it behind because it wasn't serving you. You left it behind because they would not overcome their fear. You left it behind and you concluded it out of love. Look, you took the lock, you took the key out the lock and just let it be. You let it be. Because sometimes we get locked in. People get locked in on potential. What it could be, what it should be, what we thought we were going to be, what we agreed to. And then you get locked in. You get locked in, but a person breadcrumbs you. They're not locked in. They got one foot out the door, out of fear, feeling smothered when they just can't handle love, genuine connection. And that usually comes from their own abandonment issues, not what you do, but what has been done to them. Anytime they crave love, they were neglected, they were pushed away, they were told no, right? So this person can't carry love. Then we got purging here. So there might have been tears on both sides, but this person, with you detaching from a situation and putting a conclusion to it, this person is feeling what they did not want to feel, what they were trying to avoid from the very beginning. Feeling that pain. Let's see where this goes, though. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me about summer. Big dreams, yeah. So, again, you were in love with this person's potential. They may have been in love with what they thought was going to be, but couldn't fully grasp what it was. Like, this person ruminates. You live rent-free in their mind and their heart. You know what I'm saying? They constantly think about what coulda, shoulda, but they're so scared. They're so hurt. And a hurt in a way that you didn't do it. You weren't the one that hurt this person. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, the answer is no. It never took off the ground. This family you thought you would have with this person did not take off. The answer is no. You're not able to have that with them. That's what's going on in the current energy. Or, Spirit said, or they're not connected to the family they want of origin. Oh, plot thickens. Take it out, resonate though. Tell me about ascension, Spirit. What is the ascension? Ooh, damn. Divine timing. Something happened. Something happened with this person between them and this family situation. Something recently occurred that they are ascending over. But also, it's weird because it's almost like the more you detach, the more they awaken, right? So it may be the more they detach from a situation they're connected with, right? It's weird because you're letting go, now they want to let go. But if you were to hold on, then they would just hold on to what they have, which is unhealthy and very toxic. Tell me more, Spirit. Fall, abandon. I mean, this person feels like you just let them go and decay, like leaves in the fall. The fall might be significant as when you let them go. Take out a resonate. But fall indicates some loss, some challenge with loss. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me about conclusion. Oh, yeah. I feel like you had a soul contract with this person, right? Your spirit signed up for this before you got here, spirit, in the ethers. In the ethers, y'all are always connected. Your spirits are always connected in the ether. This is why you live rent-free in their mind, because this person is always feeling that love. That love tethers them to you, okay? However, when we make agreements in the ethers, and this is my belief, when we make agreements in the ethers, we're supposed to materialize that in the 3D. Right? So we make agreements with each other before we get here. Well, when I find you or you find me and we connect, this is what we're going to do. We're going to grow together. We're going to ascend this situation. We're going to da-da-da-da-da. We're going to learn from this, learn from that. And then we're going to be a powerhouse together, right? However, both parties have to agree on the 3D level. But that requires remembering who you are and overcoming your programming since you got here. Okay, that requires you to override the script that all the other caretakers and all the people surrounding you tried to input into you, because now you have to remember your reset. You know how if you get a computer or something and it goes haywire, right? It gets viruses or whatever. They'll say, okay, do you want to factory reset it? This person needs to remember their factory reset, because that holds the code that they were supposed to have when they linked up with you. But if they have been so programmed by all these outside sources, right, and they running on multiple scripts, they can't remember correctly their factory reset. They can't run on a clean program. I don't know why I'm getting it that way, because I'm not a computer geek, but that's what Spirit is telling me. It's like they can't remember the contract agreement that they had with you, that when we unite at this point in time, this is where we are supposed to take off. However, we're going to have challenges we got to overcome, but the whole point is we got to grow together. This person didn't get that, or at least they're not getting that now. That's the bottom of the day. Yeah. Oh, and they were supposed to become and emerge a divine masculine. So we're talking about a divine masculine here, who was supposed to remember who they were. You remembered, but they didn't. They didn't. And if you let a lot of people tell it, especially with twin flames, but this doesn't have to be, it's always one, and it's usually the male that does not remember the agreement. You know, they're running off the script that was programmed. What the hell's all that noise? They're running all off the script that was programmed by all the others and that raised them or around them, grew up with them, friends with them, family with them, all of that. That's what they're running off of. What those people think, who those people are. Hmm. Interesting. Tell me more, Spirit. Person has stubborn silence when you. So it's almost like because the script that they are been running off of, what all those damn glitches and bugs and viruses connected to it, this person had a stubborn silence when it came to you because you was talking about getting rid of all of that, right? Okay, you're like, oh, them viruses, you gotta let them viruses go. They not helping. They slowing down your system, right? They're making you glitch. That's why you keep repeating programs. That's why you're getting all these pop-ups. You try to explain to them how to clean up their system, and this person's like, no, I like my system dirty. I like my computer system running a hot mess. I'm used to it. And you're like, well, yeah, but you know, if you factory reset, you remember what you were supposed to do. This person doesn't remember what they came here to do. Instead, anything that is associated with you, they can't forget it. They can't unfeel it. They can't, you know what I mean? They can't let it go. However, there's a conclusion on your end because, you know, you like the tech, like the geek squad, right? You come in, you do the work. But if somebody won't turn over the machine, turn it on, let you work on it, what can you do? Nothing. So that means you gotta walk away. You gotta let it go. You gotta go service whatever else you came here to do. This person's feeling like, but why didn't you help me? Because you didn't turn on the machine. You didn't let me. But you were supposed to help me. I can't help you if you don't want to be helped. But we were supposed to do this together. We can't because you won't cooperate. Hey sis, what's going on? So again, this person needs to clean up their programming. I just don't see them. They this person is stuck on this connection, but only in the 5D. Right? They feel tethered to you. This is why the divine masculine is purging, crying, upset. But this is them fighting themselves, their ego and their pride, unable to let go of those viruses and all those other glitches in their system. You know? You, on the other hand, like a clean, you know what I'm saying? Like you ever go to work, and it's different for everybody depending on the line of work you do. But I used to work for a major phone company, right? And people, some of their screens, oh my God. Some people's screens, their desktop would look crazy to me. Like if I had to sit down and do work at their desk, I would probably lose it because all the tabs that they have open or all the icons they have for, you know, what they call it, shortcuts is all over the place. And then you got some that look like the computer was never used, but they know exactly where to go, how to find, how to retrieve everything, and everything is neat and ordered or whatever. So I'm getting like you're the more neat and ordered person or more organized in some way. And this person's whole system is just scattered. They know how to find their stuff, but they also don't know how to keep it together at the same time, if that makes sense. So you got somebody that's really in their scattered energy, not quite on the same page as you, and a bit unwilling to make that effort. But they'll sit in their victimhood and cry about it, you know, to themselves, whether they shed real tears or they just sit there and brood over it, you know, in hermit mode. They'll do that. And they'll let you go too. Because their pride and ego can't surrender. Letting somebody clean them up. Where would I find my tabs if you clean it up? If you organize, If you help me organize, well, how would I know? Like, this person's mind is chaotic because they're running off them scripts of multiple people. So what's going on, Live T? I caught a little bit of your live before I got on today. Oh, and them number synchronicities are the truth. Damn. I wish I had played that number in here. Tell me more, Spirit. I don't know why I'm getting computer. I don't know if somebody's a techie person or I don't know what the deal is. Somebody got to deal with some computer issues is what I'm hearing tonight. Tell me more, Spirit. Unapologetic. If you don't like to, yeah, so you told this person the truth. And you also said, listen, I might love you. We may have history. But that doesn't keep me in place to deal with lies. Or to not be able to tell you the truth. I have to be honest, candid, and trustworthy. And you need to be the same. I'm direct. I'm frank. I'm loyal. And I'm authentic. And you need to be the same. And this person, you, would be fearless, right? You're not operating on fear. Scared of love, scared of commitment, scared of connection. That's not you. And you told this person, if you can't operate in that, then get to stepping. This person initially didn't believe you because they had dreams that you would always be right there. And you're like, yeah, no. That's not how this works. So I feel like you're standing your ground with somebody and that you're unapologetically yourself. Them, on the other hand, are living this pride, ego, and game type energy, okay? You know, this could be somebody who used a computer for gaming and not important things, and now their system is overloaded too. I don't know. I just keep getting these computer references right now, so I don't know if somebody having problems with their computer or what. However, you know, I don't know. I just feel like this person really can't handle your truth. It's not that they don't like it. It's just, you know, when that mirror is held up close, people don't like this. They don't like what they see. And I feel like this person can't handle the mirror you shine up against them. They can't handle that fearlessness you have. This person might have a little animosity towards you or a little envy towards you for being so authentic and them not being able to be that. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me about the answers no in this family. I'm hearing you wanted it to be something that it just never could manifest to. Yeah, this person was money hungry. That's why you can't manifest family. This person put money over everything. They got greed, you know, rules them. They hunger for wealth and drains the energy around them. They're an energy vampire. Thriving on others' resources, vitality, leaving exhaustion, and financial ruin in their past. Listen. This is somebody who rather be in that dusty, musty, crusty energy instead of, you know what I'm saying, balancing shit out. All right. They don't believe in equal give and take. They believe in receiving. This is somebody who had been and probably still in survival mode. You know? So they take because somebody's willing to give, but they don't necessarily give. And when they receive because somebody's willing to give and they don't give back, they figure, well, you just wanted to do it. So that's why they took. They justify it thinking that, well, I just did what you wanted me to do. Instead of, you know what, let me reciprocate, thank you, and show appreciation. This is somebody who just would take. So if you would fund their lifestyle, lend them your car, give them a few bucks, anything you offer, they will take it. They will take it. And then when they up and they got money, they don't think about you. Nope. They think about how they could get more or whoever they dealing with at the time, having fun, showing off. But this person would not think about you. When they got money, they'll be like, I'm supposed to be getting money from you, not giving you anything. Selfish. That's why the family situation couldn't work, because you saw this person is selfish. They were showing you their colors. They worry about how to get it. and what it looked like. Tell me more, Spirit. What was the divine time in the ascension about? I feel like it was just divine time and you ascended when you did, but tell me more. Oh, sticky cards, that's way too many. Alright, let's try to break that up. Excuse me. Alright. Key to life. Yeah. You understood the key to life. The ma'at, the balance, the good character. You understood, like your eyes can see what you need to see. Meaning you have intuition, you have foresight, you have clairvoyance, clairsentience, all the clairs, right? You have some type of clair, some type of gift, the key to life. You understand. That's why divine timing and ascension here. Also, you know, when y'all were in the ethers and having this discussion, y'all also unpack the lessons that you came here to learn, separate and apart. I mean, separate and together, right? So at some point in time, you knew that this person was going to teach you a couple lessons about your boundaries, about respecting your space, your self-worth, right? Maybe remind you in a way that your walls had to be stronger than maybe they were in the past. Maybe, you know, Spirit told you, you know, you're likely to go several cycles with this person until you're done. Okay? And this, it is up to this person to step up out and come out of their pride, their ego, their silence, right? Cross their own boundaries and not with breadcrumbs. Be straight up, be willing to go past the fear. That is the key to a healthy relationship, is to come past that fear. But I don't get that this person has done that at all. Because y'all have a conclusion here. Tell me more about this fall and abandonment. One at a time. Oh my gosh, these cards sticking. One at a time. Yeah, tricks up their sleeve. That didn't work. Spirit said whatever tricks, the lying, the cunningness, the deceptiveness, being shrewd and crafty is not working for this person. Not with you. Now, maybe they can, you know, run that ace on somebody else, but it's not. You see it coming. You'll point it out. Your intuition is strong, Spirit says. So before, it's like, yeah, you already know. Spirit said you already know what hand they gonna play. And a lot of times it's because this person, they went in that recycling bin a couple times, right? So that means this person has patterns. They run the same type plays. That's why it's not really gonna phase you if they try to be cunning and deceptive with you, because they're going to keep running the same plays, the same script that they know. They're not really able to stop doing the same thing. The only way they become able to stop doing the same thing they've been doing, and you know what I'm saying, can finally see past it, is when they decide they want to grow. That's what coming out of the shadows mean. That's what it means to come past your pride and ego. It's like, okay, I'm ready to grow now. I'm ready to do better. But that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting that the challenge and the lesson is this person kept trying to recycle the same plays on you. It's like when, you know what I'm saying, what comes to mind, football or basketball, whatever, and you go to the sideline and y'all practice, meaning whoever, you know, the coaches or coach are, they will say, all right, we're going to run this play. Now, mind you, the opposition would be you, already seen this person or this group run this play already, because they watch their reels. They know what it is that they're anticipating. Okay, when they get in the clinch this way, they tend to operate that way. When they do, so it's up to the coach, right, to come up with a different play to handle that, you know, a different strategy to handle that play. And if they don't, they run the, excuse me, they run the risk of the other team already anticipating their moves and being able to block the play, whatever that play is. That's what's happening between you and this person. You're able to block the play because you're not playing the game with them. As a matter of fact, you are in the process, if not already, have exited the field. Whatever that is, the field, the court, whatever. You aren't playing the game with them. That renders all their gameplays, all their practice irrelevant. This person wanted to run game on you and realize, starting to realize you're not even playing. How you gonna run game on somebody who's not even playing? There's no opposition on the field. So what are you doing? You running around chasing your own tail because ain't nobody playing with you. This is telling me how your self-worth kicked in. You said, I'd rather forfeit this game than to play this all over again and already know how it's going to go. You don't want to recycle this no more with this person. They can go play with themselves in whatever way that suits them, is what I'm getting. They can go play with themselves. So this is not you wanting to entertain this person at all. Tell me about conclusion and a fifth dimension. I'm just hearing, I heard randomly that if this person don't get it right this lifetime, this might be your last cycle with them. So y'all might have done this several lifetimes. Ooh, what's that? Oh, gossiping. Wow, that popped out. Rumors are carried by haters, spread by fools, and accepted by idiots. So y'all got a lot of people talking about an ending. Maybe an ending that already occurred or they anticipate. But y'all got a lot of people talking about you and your person, and that is not working out with y'all. Or if it could just be one person spreading it to a lot of people, but doesn't mean that everybody's feeling the same way. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who always got your name on their tongue. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, but for you, small shit don't matter. You could care less. That's why, because you're not playing the game anyway. You could care less. This is part of you detaching. That you don't care what people saying about you right now. What they eat don't make you shit. So you ain't worried about what they got to say. It ain't stopping you from your job or your livelihood. It ain't putting a roof over your head or taking it away. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, if you're not playing the game, they just talking, and that's all they can do. I have relatives I know kick my back in. I know it. They don't know what I know, but I know they kick my back in. Personally, I don't feel no need to defend myself. I don't feel a need to explain anything to anybody. Especially one, they're not asking me, so either way, I don't care. But if they were to ask me, I'll probably give them a very limited response because I've heard the things. Put it that way. I've heard the things. And I'm like, I don't care that you even think that about me, to be honest, because if you really loved and you really cared, you would see me a different way, because you would see me as I am and not as somebody kicked my back in to be. And I feel like that's the energy somebody is in. Like, it don't matter to me. Like, you could say what you want. What you eat don't make me shit, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? This person, on the other hand, is still upset. They could be gossiping about this ending. And not in a way that, they may think it's gossip, but they may be telling people like, oh, beloved left me. They not coming back. I don't know what to do, because I'm hearing like they don't know what to do about this situation. I thought we were going to be together, fifth dimension. I always pictured that at some point in time. But yet they didn't do anything here. None of this is showing me that they showed up to be with you. It showed that they never made the family they could have made with you. Okay, because the answer is no. They focused more on money. They lacked a lot of morals. They were cunning, deceptive, and sneaky. Very slick. This person could be very smart, but they don't use their smarts for the right things. You know what I mean? Like their intelligence could be um, wildly genius, but when you use genius for the wrong things, it gets you the wrong. You know, like they say, stupid prizes. You play stupid games, get stupid prizes. So I guess I feel like this person is morally corrupt in some way, so they don't operate in a way that benefits them. They think they do, but when you trying to be deceptive, cunning, and slick, it usually will, not go in their favor. They say you could give a lie a 2 weeks head start, and the truth will still catch it, right? So I feel like this person lies a lot, but they get caught. This person will lie with a straight face and still get caught. It don't matter. You take that how I resonate. Tell me more about get the step in. These big dreams. You were the one not playing with this person. That's why they feel so abandoned. You were the one that said, love is not a game. And either you're gonna learn, you're gonna try, you're gonna grow, or you're gonna go. Yeah, mirroring. This person did not mirror and reflect you, but you mirrored back to them what they have been giving you. You shadowed them. You showed them where they could have had a connection and where they didn't. If you look at these two people, their hands look like they could have been connected, but they're not even holding each other's hand. They're just showing up as mirrors to each other. You showed this person love and strength and kindness and unconditional love. You showed them what love can be, love is, right? And then you mirror it back to them what it could not be if you don't choose it. Mm. Okay, backstab is here, but it's too many cards. I'm not taking all of this. So this person's in sorrow. They keep you in their heart. Yeah. But Spirit said they left you hanging. Alright, come on. About money. What happened when they focused on money instead of family, Spirit? What happened? What happened then? Oh, okay. So this is what they did. Your person really is a pick Misha or pick Michael. Take your pick. Pick Misha, pick Michael. Masculine, feminine. I feel like with the divine feminine here, what they should have been, this is a masculine energy. And it could be a masculine, feminine, so take it how it resonates. But anyway, this person confided in snakes who thought that they could get something from this person. They saw when this person was low vibrational, focused on money, perhaps in their survival mode. And whoever they confided in played on that. Got in their ear. You don't need the collective. Come over here. Spend some money with us. We getting it over here. You know what I mean? So this person was, allowing snakes to dictate what they should do with their time and their attention and their efforts. And they listen to the wrong people. They know that now, though. Because be careful who you confide in. They starting to realize that they got sent down the wrong track, fooling with the wrong people. Well, the right people, because again, they were supposed to learn their lesson. This person was supposed to have discernment by now, be able to see the difference between you, collective, and whoever they have been around that's been snaking them. But they didn't do it because they were too seeped in that low vibrational energy. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Oh. So yeah, key to life, and then the ancestors' protection. Spirit said we told our child to listen, and our child did a good job. So we're protecting our child now. All right, so you being divinely guided and protected by your spirit guides, your spirit teams, who are natural born warriors that do not play about you. Me too. I'm put me in there. Okay. Now, these are the ancestors that come to fight on your behalf. You got ancestors that are going to nurture and love on you and give you little bits of wisdom. And you got the kind that come in there and they swiftly knock somebody out. Okay? You wonder, like you hear something about somebody and you realize this person did something to you, and the next time you hear something about them, it's not good. Yeah, that's your ancestors bring you that message to say, look what happened. Remember when they ished on you? And you're like, yeah, I remember that. Look what we did. Whether they did it or not, look what we allowed to happen when we pulled back our protection over that person we knew that you cared about. When we told you to detach, you called your warriors back, and then they focused on you. But that doesn't mean they don't have their ear to the other spirit guides to let them know what's going on with that person. When they ready, then they'll let you know. Long as you be obedient, and the obedience that they're talking about is you mind your business. You pull your energy back from this person that would bring you down. You focus on your self-love and your self-worth. That's the answer. That's the advice that they want you to take. And when you do it, that allows them to do whatever they need to do, whatever that is. Because I'm careful to tell you that you're not sicking your ancestors on somebody, okay? You're just pulling your energy back, which allows them to pull their defenses back and their protection back from individuals that would otherwise harm you, okay? By not treating you right, by playing with you, by manipulating you, or whatever they were doing. Breadcrumbing, whatever, gaslighting, all of that. When you decide, okay, this ain't for me, so I'm not putting nothing else into it. I'm not going back and forth in the recycling bin. I'm gonna actually take it to the curb and let whatever I can't use go. That's when this person, that's when spirit is like, all right, then we can't protect them like they you no more. Because that's no longer our job. You made it clear you don't want that no more because that's not your business. Yep. All right, tell me about these tricks up their sleeves, Spirit. People don't realize it until it's too late that the protection that they have or the favor that they have when they were in your presence, that luck or what feels like luck dissipates when you move on. You're no longer in close proximity. You may not be praying for them no more. You're over there, wherever you are, minding your business. And this person, on the other hand, has to deal with the consequences of their choices and or actions, which 9 times out of 10 means their life is falling or about to fall apart without that energetic umbrella that you bring. That only you can bring. Tell me more. Everybody's not an earth angel carrying all those spirit guides, because in order to have your spirit guides and your ancestors, your angels work for you, you have to have connection with them. Okay? Now, they protect babies and fools, that they say, right? But if you're no longer a baby and you're definitely not a fool, you better have a relationship with your spirit guides so they know what to do on your behalf. Otherwise, they will drop somebody like a bad habit. Because why? They're not expending no energy on somebody. 9 times out of 10, if that person is harming you, they didn't want to protect them anyway. That's their spirit guide's job. And if they're not connected and tapped into their people, oh well, that's not your problem. Tell me more. Oops. Oh wow. Yeah. The challenge and the lesson is this person wanting that peace. They want to put that white flag up and surrender. They do. They want a truce. They want resolve. They want harmony. They want a reconciliation, but you're not there to reconcile. Why? Because they kept manipulating things on the playing field, and you just like, yo, I can't do this. I can't do this again and again and again. I got to put this crap out on the curb. It's starting to pile up. We keep doing the same dance over and over again. You keep running the same plays, and I already know what play you about to run. So this person is having a hard time, because it's in a challenge and a lesson, letting them lies go and actually surrendering this control issue that they have when it comes to you. This person is pulling away from you and coming back is their way of controlling the relationship. Is their way of dealing with their fear factor. When they get close to you, their nervous system goes a little haywire. The more connected they feel to you, the more they run and hide and go cry about it. or whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? This person pulls back, trying to act like, nah, I'm not. I'm not into the collective like that. When all they do is think of you. You're rent free in their head. Okay? Their rumination is real. Feels like insanity at times. Sometimes they wake up thinking about you. They go to sleep thinking about you. All day, you run a script in the back of their mind. What really feels like the forefront. But it's like they've got to function, right? They got to be high functioning. They got to work. They got things that they got to take care of and do. But you still right there. Haven't gone nowhere. And the further apart that you get from them, meaning you're not chasing them, you're not getting involved. Like I said, you stop doing the dance, you're not playing the game or whatever. You're not paying attention, really. The more they feel like, well, damn, maybe I really don't have a shot with the collective. No. Cause I think I've told y'all many readings back. The more available you are to this person in any slight way, the more they feel like they have time to continue to play. All right, that's bars. I wasn't trying to rhyme, but I'm saying the more you give them any slight attention, they think they got time to play games. Because you know what? They tapped you. It's like somebody tapping you on the shoulder and you turn to look. Okay, they're paying attention. You know how somebody could tap you on the shoulder, but you so far, you so into your conversation, you don't turn around, you into that conversation, like you felt that, but not now. Not now. That's where you are now. Not now. Not now. I don't, I already know, I can see in the back of my head who you are, but I'm involved in this right now. So you tapping me on my shoulder is not going to get you what you're looking for. I don't know what you're looking for, but that's not it. Tapping you on the shoulder is not being present. That's like trying to annoy me, right? So I'm getting that no more disturbances to your peace. They don't get to control the narrative of your life. They don't get to disrupt you and distract you and draw the attention back on them, right? So that they can say, oh, okay, good. You paying attention to me, good. I'm going to go over here and still continue to act stupid. I'm going to keep on acting crazy. And the people talking about them was like, yo, what's wrong with them? the gossipers in their life are like, what's wrong with them? Like, they had the whole collective, but collective done shut it down because I don't see no movement on the collectives end. The beloved is not dealing with them at all. So this person's getting talked about, but not in the way they want to be. This person wants to be admired, especially by you, but they want to be admired. That's not what they're getting. Okay, let me see. Oops, wow. Ooh, STD. This what everybody talking about? So they went over there on that in that recycle bin and recycled another relationship and ended up with an STD, playing around with somebody. Or, or they got something they can't get rid of. They could have a child. They could have a package, if you feel me. But everybody's talking. This person's relationships, whatever they got going on, and it ain't necessarily you, is on the forefront. It's really like out there. And if they contracted something or had a child on you, and was, I don't know why, but these things remind me of what they call it. I can't even think. Birth control, right? But I'm feeling like maybe this person would have made a child on you. Something like that. That wasn't your child. Like they got with somebody else, which may have helped you draw a conclusion with this person. Like, I can't do that. You got a child now. Go take care of your child. Get out my face. You know what I'm saying? You made a family or whatever you did. Go do that. So that could be the case. Does not have to be. They could have an STD. Could be a spiritually transmitted STD, meaning they could have an entity attachment with whomever they're around and whoever they're with. But whatever the case may be, you have decided that this is not it, and you drew a conclusion. You left the roles of love and just said, you know what, go with love. Okay, but you ain't going with me. All right, bottom of the deck. Yeah, you cut the cord on this person. Whew. All right, well, yeah, that's what it is. You cut the cord with this person. You listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, Spirit saying, well done. Right, and I'm not saying well done like ha ha he he and being petty. No, no, no. Well done in that you listened. You put yourself first. That's all gonna open you up for more blessings, because spirit can't bless you when you blocking, and you blocking when you're distracted. And this person was a distraction because they were not ready to meet you where you were and hold you. This person will meet you where you are when it's convenient for them. They'll meet you where you are when they feel like somebody else is moving in on you, right? But they won't hold you, and that matters. That you need somebody to be able to hold that space, to hold the relationship down, to stay put. This person is a runner. They don't stay put. Spirit said cut the cord to that runner. You may have to have a cord breaking ceremony to break the contract that you have with this person, because if they couldn't cooperate, if they couldn't hold up to their end of the bargain, they breached the contract anyway. Now y'all in spiritual court trying to duke it out. You want a divorce and they don't. You see irreconcilable differences. They see nothing. Why? Because they're unwilling to take accountability and responsibility for their decisions and actions. This is a blamer. Oh, somebody else did it. Somebody else, da da da. Red flag. Somebody else, da da da. No accountability. I don't know how to show up. I was treated bad. Whatever. They didn't overcome it. So you did. You did, and you cut the cord. Good for you. You release, you detach, and clarity is your power. Those boundaries are your cape. In the meantime, that allows you to heal and purify your energy. So you may have, like I said, you may have purged this person. And let me tell you something about tears and spirituality. When you cry and your spirit guides see you drop them tears, that's automatic war. They go to bat for theirs. You don't want a spiritual person tapped in with their ancestors and their spirit guides. You don't want that person crying over you. Because when you get what you deserve for being the one to make them cry, it's something you can't easily overcome or get over. No, 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 no. You will be punished, and you are not. You are not going to get away with it. You're not going to get beyond the punishment or the karma, whatever you want to call it. You're not getting it. You're not getting beyond it. Meaning you can't come in and apologize real quick and think, okay, now it's going to alleviate. This stuff going to stop happening in my life, because I know if I had treated the collective beloved better, then nope, don't work like that. You still going to get it. You still gonna get it, because their ancestors are warriors here. Okay? You still gonna get it. You're not going to get away with that. You cut the cord all you want with this person. Your ancestors still gonna handle them. And many of them handling them is just taking that protection back and observing them and then reporting it back to you. I feel like, for me, my spirit guides do that. When you should want me to get angry enough to do something. Because if I nothing you and I don't have no energy for you, but I know what you did was so raw, but I don't care no more, my spirit guides kick in. They start to care. They start to care. And then shit starts to happen. that aren't in my control. I can't block it. I can't stop it. I can't pray it away. It's gonna happen. And guess what? Then they come and tell me what you did wrong. What went wrong in your life. Let me tell you how da 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 went down for so and so and so. Do you know that spirit come and gossip to me? Whether they tell me from a person, they show me in my dreams, they show me some way where it went down. Now, if this person is so wrapped up in their pride and ego, and there is no growth, then they just gonna get talked about because shit about to go down. Hey, what's up, sis? How are you this evening, Queen Soul? So yeah, people are getting their ass handed to them at this point in time. And then the Spirit is saying with the gossiping, you're going to know about it. Like you're not going to be in the dark for long. You know, for me, and I can only speak on my behalf how it works for me. Sometimes the messages are instant, and sometimes it might take a while. Like some could have happened now. I might not find out about it for a year afterward. But I will reflect on when it occurred and try to remember what was going on around that time. And I'm like, oh, well, damn. Oh, that was around the time I got it. Okay, Spirit, I see how you did. But a lot of times when you nothing a person, like when I do it, I don't really think about you like that. I just let you go. Now, doesn't mean I don't think about people I love. I do. They cross my mind. But I'm motivated to focus on what I got going on. You know, what I need to take care of. What's in my surrounding. Who checking for me that I could check for. You know what I'm saying? Like who my friends and family are. That's what I immerse myself in when I release and detach from something or someone. So a lot of times Spirit is not immediately telling me about that stuff, especially when they see me letting go. So your spirit guides may or may not tell you right away. Some things they may say, boom, look. And other times they may be like, well, you've looked like you've healed enough. Boom, here you go. This happened. And remember that time you was wondering, blah, 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 blah? Yeah, that was then. That's how they tell me. Like I said, everybody's spirit guides work the way they work for them. You know why? Because when you develop a relationship with your spirit guides, they will tell you based on your signs and symbols that you recognize, right? They don't, they're not going to give you the signs that I see. They're going to give you the signs that you will understand. The ways you get it, like the birds that you recognize, or the numbers or the letters, and the certain sequences that you would recognize. Your spirit guides are going to give it to you that way. And your first mind, your first thought is typically the right one. Don't overthink it because they're talking to you in your language. One lady I saw say this, and I truly believe it. So I decided to do it. So, you know how we see numbers and synchronicities a lot, right? 777, 888, 111, 223, or whatever you see it as, right? 1212, 717, or you see your birthday, like mine, 608, right? You can assign a meaning to that and tell Spirit, show me that when that thing happens. Show me that when it means that. So that I can understand what you're trying to show me, right? Now, I haven't done this with the angel numbers so much, right? Angel numbers is letting me know what the angel numbers typically are supposed to mean. But I have assigned other signs and symbols to mean a certain thing, and I speak it out loud and tell my spirit guide, when I see this, that's letting me know you're showing me X, Y, and Z. Okay? And interestingly enough, I said that to Spirit, and I said, you're going to have to throw it in my face. I might scan my environment for it, but at the same time, I want you to make sure, like, I don't miss it. Like, I don't need to struggle, squint my eyes, try to decipher if that's what I think it is. Like, if you want me to see it, show it to me that I can't deny what it is. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't miss it. It ain't in the corner of my eye. It's very direct. Spirit did that for me, I want to say Thursday. What was yesterday? Friday? Yeah, Thursday. I mean, so direct that I was parked right next to it. Like, okay, got it. Checking. I'm clocking it. So you can assign those things to your spirit guide. Says, Spirit, when you show me, I don't know, say you do decide to use angel numbers. 777 means that to me. And when I see 777, I know, okay, my money is about, I'm about to get unexpected money. Meaning, I may get money now that I'm anticipating it because you showing me 77, but it's coming from an unexpected source, okay? Or the amount of it is unexpected. It's coming out of nowhere. That kind of thing. Talk to your spirit guides. You could say, listen, this person is about to re-enter, or there may be a new person entering my life. If I see, I don't know, 444, and whoever this person is, I'm expecting them to be stable, honest, true, something I can work with, blah 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 blah. You put the order in how you want spirit to show you, and then they will show you that at that time. You just have to remember how you place that order. So you know that you ordered what you ordered, and that's what's coming. Take it how it resonates. Um, ooh, wow, 777. Oh shoot, I'm missing all things y'all saying. Okay. Uh. mm. Yeah, give it a try. It works for me. It works for me. Like, if I honestly, if y'all, first of all, how I put this. There may be like one or two people that kind of know some of my symbols that spirit gives me. However, they're more than I can explain. And the way they come at me in the rapid succession that they come at me, it's somebody else would be like, nah, this ain't no coincidence with that. And I just have to acknowledge it because spirit is like throwing it in my face. Like, what I told you, this mean this. I'm telling you right now, this mean that. Like, okay, okay. And they they're hammering the message at me. Nobody else around me sees it. Even when I point it out, my family members, they'll see it occasionally. Oh, such and such. I'm like, mm-hmm. I mind you, I'm with them and I might have seen it like 13, 14 times before they see the first one. That's how much spirit is putting it in my face. Like, yes, this is what it means. This is what it means. This is what it means. You know what I mean? So try it. Try it with a symbol or two. Tell spirit what you want it to mean when they show it to you, so that way you're clear with the messages. You know? Oh, shoot. So, that's the message. That's the tip. Take it how it resonates. But I will say this. Let me just surmise real quick. Whomever this is in your energy is emotionally lazy. Okay? It's 304. They're emotionally lazy, right? This person rests in their pride, their ego, and survival mode. Okay. They're not likely to come around because of fear. And usually that fear is abandonment and rejection. Yes, they have a lot of people talking, maybe, mainly about their choices and what's happening with their choices, but that's not your business. I feel, for me, it's not my business. You know what I'm saying? You, Spirit said, you have cut some sort of energetic cord with this person because they are not living up to their end of the bargain, whatever y'all bargained for together for this lifetime. So you catching Lord, you cutting that energetic cord means you are leaving them behind. You have abandoned. You have let this connection go. All right, you're not putting in any effort with this person anymore. And also, Spirit said you will not, they could tap you on the shoulder with the, hey, what you doing? Try to niggle at you, try to get your attention, and you're not even turning around to see what they want. You know what I mean? Like, you're not paying attention to the nonsense that this child, Lord, yeah, they coming at you very childishly, is what I was getting ready to say. Okay, and you're not giving the child in them that attention for bad behavior. Okay, I feel like this person is coming at you in a very immature fashion, and you're not giving into that. Um, just because they want your attention, that's not how it works, right? Um, Small shit don't matter to you, cause you could care less. Like, you can banish, repel, you're overcoming, you are cleansing this person and their whatever they got going on that folks is gossiping about. You are cleansing them from your energy, and you are shielding yourself from their nonsense by moving on and minding your business. Okay, there's a conclusion here. You put an end to it. A kabosh, a sayonara, peace. Of your dirty, whatever goodbye means in your language, you done said it. And you may not have said it to them verbally, but energetically and physically, oh yeah, you done let them know. Like, yeah, all right, you leaving? Okay, well then bye. It's no consequence to you. It's no not consequence, not right. It's just not a big thing to you anymore. Like, whatever you fell in love with when it came to this person's potential, you're over that now. Cause this divine masculine said no. I'm money hungry, and I listened to the wrong people. Okay, they said no because they too money hungry and listening to the wrong people. So you say, oh, okay, well, then there's nothing else to communicate about. You might as well go ahead and ascend the connection. Divine timing, you had a key to life because you listening to your intuition and your spirit guides tell you what you need to do for you, and your ancestors are protecting you. So you went with that. Oh, you said release stood out? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Release is here twice. Small shit don't matter. Release. And energetic cord cutting. Release. This person got tricks up their sleeves, but that's the problem. That is the problem. They got tricks up their sleeve when all you wanted was peace. Now they want to surrender, but they still can't surrender those ways, which are toxic. Okay. So you're going to, I just feel like whoever's listening, whoever may be going through something where, they got somebody in that recycle bin and keep trying to pop back out and say, no, I'm still usable, use me again. No, you're letting this person go because this connection is unhealthy and it needs to end. It's time to go. And you releasing them frees you. It allows you to move on. It allows you to be blessed. It allows your spirit guides to focus only on you. Because, believe it or not, when we love somebody or something, like an animal or a person, that's why I say something, right? They get protected by our spirit guides. They love what you love. They love that you love, right? So this person gets that energetic blessing from your spirit guides. But when you pull it back and you say, nah, I'm done. I'm not doing that no more. And you move on and you really, because they try, a lot of times they be in your ear like, all right now, how many times you gonna let this go on? Because I don't like how you look. You ain't looking too happy. You ain't looking too healthy. You over there letting this person stress you out. That ain't what we signed up for, right? And then you finally take the steps that you need to take for you. Release this person, this individual, and guess what? Then your blessings can come. But in the meantime, people going to talk about them, and Spirit is going to let you know. And I feel like when Spirit lets you know, it ain't gossiping for the sake of gossiping. Honestly, if you pick through what you hear sometimes, it is not gossip for the sake of gossip. It's more of a, I'm just letting you know because you needed to know. In case you thought it was something else, boom, look, listen. Did you hear that? Oh, peep this. You get what I'm saying? They cluing you in on what you knew deep down inside anyway. It's a confirmation sometimes we need to have to understand how final some things can be and why they needed to be final. Yeah, how you don't need this person playing your energy no more. That's not okay. You know what I'm saying? So, take how it resonates. You right about that. 2025 is the year of relief. There's some things and people I didn't know I was going to release this year on some straight energetic cord cutting for real, for real. I didn't think I was going to do it. I thought, well, for I had different reasons why, but yeah, I didn't think I needed to do it. I thought it was done, but I realized, oh no, it still had to be done. We still got cords to cut, cause we not going to be playing no energetic games. Because if you do let a person like this recycle and that bin and you don't put them on the curb, they will keep trying to play in your energy. Now, does it mean that they won't stop? No, it doesn't mean if you do an energetic cord cut, doesn't mean they will stop, but it does end it for you. It gets you to the point where you can sleep better, whatever that means to you, a certain sigh of relief because no, I'm really done. And I'm not interested in nothing else. Trying it again, making it better. There's nothing better to make. You're good. You become so good. It's almost like the good you were before they came into your life. Yep. All new everything. And that blessing, ooh, when you decide to do it and you do it, it sit different in your spirit. It's hard to explain. I have a hard time. I have a hard time. Um, how do I put it? I think when I process it, as I process the releasing of situations and people and things like that, energetically, um, it'll have you going, did I miss them or did I miss what I was doing for them? Because when you try to reflect, what did they bring to the table? What did they give to you? A person like this didn't give you anything. And then you realize, well, if I was the one doing all the lifting and they weren't lifting a finger, what exactly would I be missing again? And guess what? More than likely, you're going to hear crickets, so your brain ain't going to process anything because there's nothing to process. It's going to be like, what the fuck was I thinking all of this time? I was sitting here thinking, oh, we had, what did I say, potential and family, or what could have, should have, would have been. And then it's like, well, damn, what did they contribute to that? Oh, they didn't contribute anything to that. So what would I be missing again? Nothing really. Oh, well then nothing it is. Nothing it is. Yeah, you're just missing what you gave to them, but not really what they can give to you. Like if you can't reflect what this person did for you, how it felt, because love is reciprocity. I don't know if that's the word, but you have to reciprocate love for there to be love. Like I don't believe people are in love with somebody that's not in love with them. I feel like you love them, but you're not in love. In love means two people love together, right? But you can love them, you can obsess over them, you could be intense about them, you can even have what they call limerence about that person. but you're not in love if they're not in love with you. And if they're in love with you and they choose love over fear, then they will work on a situation with you and y'all will be in a connection together. This is giving somebody that you realize there's no connection here, that they don't value you enough or they don't love enough to overcome their fear, their pride and their ego or whatever else that they got going on. That if they told you one thing, it didn't mean it. They didn't mean it because they're not acting on it is what I'm getting. All right. So anyway, thank you again. Thank you for your likes and your shares. And please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring that bell. So that way you get notified every time I come on. I'll be back on. We do live donation readings Sunday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the channel. So I'll be back. Okay? I will be getting at it. And I appreciate y'all coming. Y'all have a good night. And peace.